Yan, oh. Wow. Ang sarap, grabe. And sticky siya. And we have a feast in front of us in Patio Beach, and I'm with Ian. And ito siya, no? Everything harvested around the area, no? Diyan sa dagat. So, meron tayong talaba. Ito talaga, di ba? You're really known for the oysters. Ito, paano mo siya? Raw lang to or boiled to?
Boiled siya.
Boiled
Iba, meron dito na tahong yung
grilled. So, let's eat, no?
Tsaka medyo malaki ngayon, mataba.
At napakalasa. No?
Yun na yung difference daw dito sa talaba ng Capiz kasi medyo may lasa siya.
May lasa siya.
Compared to other talaba.
I think it's also the ecosystem, no? Kasi very rustic, hindi siya commercial. Kasi nakausap ko yung fish pen kanina, sabi niya, though naka-farm siya, all natural kasi wild caught din yung mga fish, kanyang feeds, isda din pinapakain, no? Then, pag makita mo sa loob ng net, puro may seaweeds, may kung ano-ano mga all natural. So, yun lang siya, naka-pen lang siya.
Iba-iba talaga yung lasa.
Iba-iba talaga lasa, no? And you're so blessed to be able to have all year round, no?
Yes.
Ito yung maalala ko before when I was growing up kasi I grew up in Cebu. Nung panahon na yon, sobrang dali pa kumuha ng really good seafood. And ito lang, sukang tuba, then seafood, yun na. And we are here at the Palina Greenbelt Eco Park. And this is another ecotourism livelihood project of Roa City. And this is a center. They do a lot of stuff, oyster, mussel culture, mangrove planting, and they can host tourists here as well to have like meals. So it's really like a, community-based project. Ito, my first time to try itong freshwater eels. Parang brackish water. So, ito, tiny. Ito siya, tinutuhog siya. It's skewered side by side. And I think you can eat the bones na rin, no? Kasi manipis siya. Ayan. Isipin mo na lang, kung ayaw nyo kumain nito, isipin mo na isaw. Diba? I think masarap din siya gawing chicharon, no? Deep fry. It's flavorful. Just have to get used to the texture of the spine. So, kasi very smoky kasi it's grilled. Very nice. Ito, anong tawag nga nito? What do you call it here? Bagungon. And it's cooked with, this is gabi, no? Stalks. Yan, no? Telescope yung snail. You just have to suck it out. Ito, matrabaho dito luto. You have to trim off the tip so that madali mo siyang kainin. Ibang preparation naman ng binakol. Iba siya kasi may iba siya or kamyas. And ito uses native chicken. And ito siya, nakikita natin yung eggs na hindi pa unegged egg. Paano ba siya? Di ba? Fertilized. Di ba? An unegged egg. So, yung egg na nasa loob pa ng chicken. And the way they prepare it is they use the whole native chicken chopped into small pieces. Yung sobrang liit nga. Pero, it's everything. Head to foot to lamang loob, no? Even the unegged egg. Comment kayo ano yung tamang term niyan, ha? Every place I went to, it really serves its native chicken and iba talaga yung lasa, especially when it's served as a broth. So, anong tawag ng luto natin dito? Tinua. Oh, yeah. Sa amin, ganun itong luto sa Cebu. And ang gamit namin, sosyal. Lapo-lapo. Straight from the pens. O, diba? So, paano gagawin to?
Nilagyan ko na po
luya,
luya, tapos lemon.
tanglad. Napaka-easy, napaka-simple na recipe. Kamatis. Yan, oh. And ito yung tinola or tinuwa na kilala namin dito sa Visayas. O hindi siya yung chicken. Yan, dahil maraming seafood. And inuuna mo talaga yung luya, yung aromatics para ma-infuse yung flavor. Parang gumagawa na tayo ng tea of sorts, diba? Pag hinigop mo yung warmth ng ginger, yun talaga yung nagpapasarap, no? Ito, masarap ito pang almusal, no?
Yes po.
Yan. So nakikita nyo, dapat itong ating broth, very flavorful. Na ito pa lang yung ating nilagay yung mga lamas. Anong tawag nyo dito sa yung mga ganun? Panakot, mga panakot, no? Nandyan siya. So, it already perfumes the water before you add the fish. Kasi, madaling maluto yung ating isda, di ba? So, kung nilalagay mo, sabay-sabay, nadurog na yung isda, overcooked na, wala pang lasa yung ating broth. So, ito yung mga isda. This is the fish that we saw in the fish pens. Tatakpan naman ulit natin para mag-boil. Yan. Napakabilis lang, no? Napakadali lang na recipe. Salt lang. Tama na yun. Then, ito, dahon ng sibuyas, no? Yan na yung to finish, no? So, the sourness is very mild, no? It comes from the tomatoes. Hindi siya yung parang sinigang. And, to finish, lalagyan na natin ng ating scallions or spring onions. Simple lang. And ito, ating tinola or tinuwa. So, ito na yung ating
Tinolang lapo-lapo po.
tinolang lapu-lapu. Di ba? Napakadali. So, we're here in the middle of the river. Ito siya, brackish water. So, it's where the sea and the river meet. Kaya, very abundant yung ating seafood, no? Dito siya na harvest from the eels to the alimango na sobrang taba. So, I noticed na yung food natin dito is very simple, very straightforward, and tries to make use of what is available, di ba? Pero, there seems to be a lot of rhyme and reason in the way things are prepared. Why is that so?
Dito kasi sa sa Rojas City and Capiz na parang gusto namin talaga i-savor yung talagang lasa ng seafood. So wala masyadong arte. Basically just parang pag nag-iihaw kami is just a scene. Yun talaga yung reason is more of preference talaga ng mga tao dito na kasi fresh ang seafood so parang it's an experience in itself na malasahan mo talaga yung lasa ng seafood instead of the ingredients.
Life is a bit more laid back than it is in, in other areas na when you live a quiet life, you are more sensitive to the subtleties of life, di ba? Parang, di ba? When you taste, when you savor, nalalasahan mo. And I think that's the beauty of traveling is when you can parang free yourself from all your biases, di ba? Free yourself from all your preconceived notions and just experience a place as it is. Di ba? Very serene, very peaceful. So if you come here, you can just after eating, parang nice to take a nap.
Tulog,
pamasahe.
Pamasahe. They have hilot here eh.
Massage.
A very interesting kakanin here in Capiz. It's called puso. Di ba sa Cebu may puso? Pero ito, very different yung preparation niya because it is cooked in nipa sap. No? Yung sap, very sweet sap, it is boiled in the nipa sap. So it becomes syrupy, very sweet, and very sticky. And it's wrapped in coconut leaves. Yan. So let's see how they make it.
Yung puso, dito yan matatagpuan sa Panay, Capiz. Only few families are still into producing puso. Ito'y kakaiba sa puso ng Cebu. And ito ay niluluto sa nipa syrup. This delicacy is special for us here, Capisnon. Kasi it's very organic. Pinopropagate ng LGU ng Panay na madami ang matuto na gumawa ng puso. It came to a point na kukunti na lang ang nagpapatronize ng puso.
So ito very much like the puso, it's woven. Pero ang difference ito ay ito dahon ng nipa, hindi siya coconut,
Yes
no?
pa.
Visually, pareho siya pero iba siya kasi ito nipa. Number 2, malagkit yung gamit. And hindi lang tubig yung ginagamit sa pagluto. But it's still called puso. Tama? Yan, sige. So paano ba siya ginagawa?
So, yung first step na ginagawa nila po, chef, is yung balay-balay. So, we call this balayan.
Balayan.
Balay. So, this houses yung ating,
Sticky rice.
Yes po. So,
Yeah.
ito-demo ni Ma'am Piray kung paano.
Sige, titingnan ko kung kaya ko.
Yes.
Slowly ha. Dalawa to eh. Isa lang dapat. Duhat. Okay, sa ilalim. Sige. Yan. Tama. Ito flat lang sa kanya paggagawa. Sa akin medyo... Yan. Ikaw, kaya mo to?
Hindi pa nga eh.
O, sige. Huwag na, gawin mo na nga. Di pala kaya talaga, no? Talagang, it takes time to master. Yan. Ito kasi lalabas, oh. Para siyang puso, no? Puso. Heart.
And a little bit of trivia,
Oh,
chef. Yung hinahawakan mo ngayon, what do you think yung gender nito? May gender yan. It is a girl kasi flat.
Flat.
Yes po, yung pointed.
Ah,
yung
okay. Kasi ito hindi siya yung normal, eh, di ba? Ito yung normal.
Yes.
Okay, so ito, she and a he.
Yes
Oh.
po. So,
Diba?
syempre, kapag parang story nila noon, tinatay nila together kasi puso eh.
Partner.
Partner.
So, the longer you keep making it, the faster you become. Ito siya, binabagalan niya for us to see clearly. Yan. And it's very laborious kasi you have to make it one by one. So, ito, hindi mo sinusoak ng water, hindi mo siya binababad, walang water talaga. Yan. So, halfway. Kasi pag masyadong puno, magiging sobrang dense at matigas yung pagkaluto. Oh, so beautiful. And
So, after na fill up na po, ilalagay na po natin sa pinakuluang tuba.
so, tuba. So, ito siya. It's not coconut sap. It is nipa sap. Then, ano katagal siya na pinapakuluan?
4 to 5 hours.
4 to 5 hours.
Yes.
So, from this, ito na yung mangyayari after 4 to 5 hours. Paano mo malalaman na luto? Kasi nag 5 hours na.
Depende sa style ni Ma'am Tiray kasi
Oo.
yung tansya niya, alam niya na eh.
Di ba na intuition? Di ba cook's
Yes.
intuition? Di ba tama yung luto? Pwede ko tikman. Parang sobra ko nang natatakam. Yan. So, ganyan siya ni-serve. So, eto siya, basically, para siyang kakanin. And it's very similar, actually, very similar siya sa patupat ng Pangasinan. Hindi nakakaumay yung sweetness niya. Pero medyo difficult, medyo challenging na siya na i-remove sa wrapper, no? But the nice thing about it, it's biodegradable. O, di ba? Ayan. Grabe, oh. At saka hindi siya fatty kasi wala naman siyang fat yung ating tamis, no? Pero ito siya. Susubukan ko naman siya. Ito yung syrup. So, ito siya. Ito yung syrup. Just like in the coconut sugar, ito din yung basis, di ba? Parang siya nagiging molasses kind of syrup. It's very complex, no? Parang siyang, how do I describe it? Parang siyang, may pagka-floral. Hirap din i-describe, pero it's very nice. So, ito pala, mas sweeter pala itong nilalagyan mo ng
Tawag natin lasaw.
lasaw. Hindi na siya matamis lang, pero ang dami mong nalalasahan na flavors. Like, you taste coffee, you taste caramel, you taste... Or just a bit of saltiness dahil sa nipa, di ba na may salty water din, no?
Yes.
New discovery in Capiz, puso ng babae at lalaki. Ito yung traditional use of the nipa. Ito siya, pawwood or yung para sa mga nipa houses or huts. Tingnan mo, like, yan, oh. Ito siya, ginagawa nila to. Pero yung mga malalambot, yun ang ginagawang pang puso, di ba? Ito yung medyo matanda na, di ba? Yan, so ito gumagawa. Tusok-tusok lang. Parang tinatahi, no? At saka maraming supervisor dapat yung pag gumawa. Yan, no? Matrabaho din, no? Kasi sa isang bahay, hindi naman isang ganyan. Marami yan, di ba? Parang nakapaypay, naka-fan all over. Yan, no? Yun, no? Nagko-collect na ng tamis. So, mas madali anihin to, no? Compared sa coconut kasi nasa taas. Yan. So, ito, importante mo siya na masala kasi may mga insects, di ba? Kasi sa sobrang tamis niya, nag-attract talaga siya ng mga insects. So, lahat ng klaseng insects nandyan na yata. Ito, kasi bago pa siyang ani, hindi pa siya alcoholic, hindi pa siya nag-ferment. So, it's just sweet. Tamis. Wala talaga siyang asim, no? Sobrang tamis talaga. Bata pa kami, umiinom na kami nito. It's very nutritious as well. Tikman mo, oh. Tawag nito tamis. Yan. So, if you leave it like for a few hours, magiging maasim na siya ng konti, then nagiging alcoholic. And if you leave it longer, nagiging suka na siya. Kaya dapat harvest, then luto ka agad. Ang texture na parang makapuno or kaong, no? Exactly. First time. Very neutral na flavor. So, pwede siyang gamitin matamis. Pwede mo din siyang gawin sa savory food, no? Sa salad or whatever. And eto na siya, yung Santa Monica Parish Church. And we've been moving around Capiz and Rojas and Iloilo very conveniently because of Southwest Tour. So, napakadaling umikot. So, this is a replica of the largest bell, Catholic bell in Asia. Look at that. I wonder how many tons that is. Pero ang original is up there. So if you want to join me, go up there. No, you just go up. I will stay here. Church of Panay. Panay, originally called Bamban. O, diba? So through the centuries, it has transformed in terms of name and structure because it was damaged by a typhoon in 1875. O, diba? But now it still stands and it houses the largest bell in Asia over there. And I will not attempt to go up because it's like over 60 steps, very steep steps on the belfry. Yan. And let's take a peep inside. And we have a feast here at Historia Forest Garden. And look at that. When you come to Capiz, not only do you have traditional dishes, but you also have other dishes, Western dishes, Asian dishes, that will suit anybody's taste. So, eto, come over and you will enjoy. Eto, we have like same oysters, but it's oyster Rockefeller. We have a very modern interpretation of the kare-kare paella, no? With the bagong on the side. And this one is very like Cambodian or Thai. And of course, a lot of other dishes. And let's eat!
Capiz is beyond seafood. Marami pang dapat tuklasin about Capiz, especially on the food culture of the province. Ang program namin is not just promoting the culinary tradition, but we are also integrating food security. Importante sa amin na pangalagaan namin ang aming kapaligiran dahil dito kinukuha yung pagkain. At importante din sa amin na aside from promoting the culinary traditions of the province, it is also important for us to protect our farmers, our fisher folks, na patuloy silang nabubuhay sa kanilang pangkabuhayan. We are rich in the intangible cultural heritage. Kasama na dyan ang pagkain, pero hindi lang yamang dagat, kundi ang yaman ng aming kabundukan, ng aming kabukiran. Ang Capiz ay mayaman sa kultura, mayaman sa kasaysayan, at mayaman sa sining.
My time in Capiz has opened new experiences for me, from regional dishes, performances, cultures, and traditions. Capiz is a place that surprises every traveler. People here take their time, they smile, they offer food like you are family. It's a kind of place that does not shout for attention, but once you're here, you remember why you came. And you will want to come back. It's a place where flavor meets soul, a journey for those who travel, not just to taste, but to feel, a rich escape for anyone craving more than just the usual. My first time to try itong freshwater eels. Sige, titingnan ko kung kaya ko.
Yes.
Tikman mo. Go.
Simple.ph. Living made simple.